welcome to Through the Static, and Happy New Year to everybody who's listening, to each and every one of you. I'm Stephen the Medium, and we missed you last week. We weren't here. We took a little sabbatical, like a little vacation for Christmas. I have Coach Elix sitting next to me. He's back.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. We're so excited to have Mark with us, or I should say us back with Mark, because Mark didn't miss last week.
Yeah,
he was
Mark's
here with the
been
Jukebox.
here.
Make sure you check out his show, 3 to 5. He has the themes you've been doing, Mark, over the past couple of weeks are so great. I love them. And we also have special guest here for a
very special
for
guest.
just until the first break. We have Elix's mom, Consuelo, who's sitting here. We're gonna make sure we take a picture too.
Say hello.
Hello.
Hey! They weren't gonna speak. They're just saying hello. Just hello. And we also have Elix's aunt, Ava. She may or may not say hello.
Hello and blessings.
Hello and blessings is beautiful. And we also have the beautiful Mariana / Gabriela / Petunia here. Hello, Mariana.
Hi, happy holidays.
Oh, that's great. And, you know, the great thing is Mariana's mom, Ava, was here, and she's coming back Saturday, but you know she watched Facebook Live. She's listening. So
she's watching.
Yeah,
she's probably saying,
well,
damn it, how did I miss that?
Exactly. Well, the whole Puerto Rican crew better be listening. They've got half the family here, right?
That's right.
But we really did. We have been having the best time. They came, all of them, including Mariana's mom or Auntie Ava's daughter, all came right before Christmas, so they were here for Christmas with us, and we had a great time doing things, and they were here for New Year's, and we've been just going around, went to La Salette, have been to various restaurants. We went to Tower Hill Botanical Gardens, which I'm gonna screw it up. Is it Boylston, I think? It's off of 290, but it is beautiful. I mean, if you've never been, you should go. It is absolutely beautiful. The lights are very, very different. And La Salette Shrine is beautiful, and that's here locally in Attleboro, which I love. And we go.
It's absolutely beautiful as well.
You know what? Traditionally, since I was a little boy, my family has gone every single year to La Salette, and I still keep that up. So Thanksgiving night we go to La Salette. But Tower Hill is a little bit different, the way they have the lights set up, and they're different color lights too, like with these purples and blues and oranges. And I think everybody loved.
But the Tower Hill, you have to pay.
Yeah.
So it's not free. So it's very upscale.
Yeah, I mean,
in comparison to, a free event.
Yeah, exactly. La Salette's beautiful because a family, whether it's a small family, big family, can go because it's free and it's still beautiful. Mm-hmm. Even though I don't understand what's going on with the nativity scene, that building, it's never open, and those little nativity houses are beautiful. I don't understand it, but I was going, and maybe
knows.
Mark, you're from Attleboro, right? So maybe Mark knows. Do you remember the old gift shop at La Salette?
Yeah.
So, I have actually pictures of the old, when I went with a friend and I took pictures there, which was really wild. But the old one, now it's huge. The new one is big and beautiful. But I think the old one was where now the little houses are, right? Or part of it. So, but we've been having a great time. The family, Elix's family, is staying till Monday, which is the 7th.
Yeah.
Because
we're celebrating Three Kings
on Sunday, which is very, very big in the Latin culture. So, and something, to be honest, something until, 26 years ago, I never knew. Of course, growing up and going to Catholic schools, I knew about what we call Little Christmas and Three Kings. But here, as far as just my experience, it's not celebrated. It's just, it's Three Kings. And to be honest, January 6th would come and go, and I would never even think about it. I wouldn't even know until I met you and went to Puerto Rico and saw that this was like a second Christmas.
But also for my family, that was a big deal because my grandmother had made a promise to the Three Kings. So we also had a Three Kings promise party every year in the house in the
right.
in the mountains, in the farm in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So,
And, I one of the things I'm very, very, for anybody from Elix's family listening and family here, I'm just very fortunate that I've been around long enough to go to the Campo for New Year's Day.
you made my grandmother.
Yeah, I met
both my grandmothers.
Both grandmothers
actually.
I met, yeah. And when that experience was just like so many people and just dancing and music and food, right? I mean, at the Campo in the most beautiful experience of watching the guys come and sing to Mama Tata, which is Elix's grandmother, for the promise, was something that, I would never get to see.
And my family was very quiet, right? Like,
just very quiet. It was like a concert, and without like being in a concert, you walk in and you just hear, you hear Yvette, and just wanted to start dancing.
Tonito, that's your mother. Yeah. Tonito's on Facebook Live, so we're talking about Tonito's mother, who's very lively.
But it's really the best family, and just so much fun. And I know things have changed since your grandmother has passed away, but I'm just really glad and fortunate that we have pictures then. And I mean, this house in the mountains was beautiful. I mean, or it is beautiful, right? I mean,
it's still
just
beautiful,
with orange trees and grapefruit trees and coffee bean trees, I guess, right? It's just
it's like 300 acres of land.
Yeah, so it's amazing, and to like go there early in the morning and seeing your family with sweatshirts on, which to me was crazy because it was probably
cold.
Like 70, and then at the mid-afternoon everyone's clothes are off. I mean, not completely off, but just shedding sweatshirts and stuff. So it's been really great. So I get to share that, and it's so great that these guys are here, right? In Massachusetts.
So we're doing a mini Three Kings celebration with Titiela representing all the aunts, all the tipis.
That's right.
Because I grew up, as you know, I grew up very close to all my aunts. My father had a lot of aunts.
Yes.
11. And then my mom. So it was a whole bunch of...
mom's side was 7 or 8? Siblings.
Hermanas.
8.
8. Wow. So each side of your family was
11 plus 8. That's a big family when you add husbands, wives, kids, grandkids. So
you could have done a show before Kate plus 8, right? I mean, seriously. Remember her wacko haircut too?
Yeah.
Like, does she still have that? I hope not.
Some people do.
With the porcupine in the front and the.
I've seen some people that
carry
on the
back.
legacy.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're not offending anyone.
If you have that hairstyle, it's nice, but you need to get rid of
call.
it. Yeah,
they want it back. Or the 90s, I don't know. I'm not even aware.
But overall, I hope everyone has had the best holiday and celebrations. And I was just saying on Facebook Live, it's a difficult time, and I've said this before because of losing people. But I got to tell you, though, I had an amazing meditation January 1st, and each person here, Elix's mom, aunt, Mariana, everyone had somebody in my meditation come through, and then I gave the validations, which everybody validated, which was pretty amazing. I think it was pretty cool that Spirit took that opportunity to actually come through me to give validations here to people that are in my house and close and family. So, and to Ava, who left, I know she didn't want to leave. Mommy, Mariana's mommy, she didn't want to leave because she had to work, but she's coming back Saturday. So we're missing you, Ava. We wish you were here, but when you get back, we'll have to do another celebration. So even though you'll miss the radio show, but you're here on Facebook Live. So, but I really missed it last week. It was a nice break because we had family, but I'm so happy to be back. I know that we're going to take a break in very shortly, and when we come back is when I'm going to start taking calls and start connecting. But before we go, just quickly, let me just remind you, people that are local in New England, January 18th, please go to Venmo and Colleen Briley. It's Venmo at Colleen Briley, and you can buy tickets, $25. That's all it is. And
where's the event?
it's going to be at the Elks Hall in Norwood, 152 Winslow Avenue at 6:30, and the 100% of the funds go to the Cleveland Elementary School for the kids, which is, I mean, how could you not want to just give $25 to these kids, right? To any kids.
So
Close to my heart.
go to Venmo to pay, because when you say go to Venmo, people are going to be like, where's Venmo? Where's that place located to pay?
Right, to pay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and your Venmo at Colleen Brierley. It's Brierley. I'm going to put something on Facebook as well as my website so you can see that also. But $25 to get a reading, how wild is that to be in this kind of this venue? So, and I know I brought this up because 2 weeks ago we had the wonderful Sandra Champlain. That was such a cool,
Sandra. Hopefully
such a
she's
cool
listening.
interview. And the weekend of February 22nd to the 24th, we have We Don't Die event. It's at We Don't Die Boston. For tickets, you've got to go to this too. And the number of speakers and mediums that she has put together is pretty incredible. So if you're looking to do something, you don't have to be local. You just come, take a plane, take a train, take a car, just get here. But just We Don't Die Boston, go to, and you'll be able to get information and tickets. So I am going to move the lovely family to the lobby. I'm going to start doing calls. We're going to take a break, 508-222-1320, and we'll be right back.
Yay, everyone.
On January 10th at 4:30 p.m. at the Attleboro Library, Gabriela Vieira of Webster Bank will present a workshop titled Preventing Elder Financial Abuse. The incidence of financial exploitation of elders and vulnerable adults is growing nationally. Fraudulent telemarketing schemes and scam artists increasingly target elders, resulting in significant financial losses. This workshop will provide an overview of the signs and symptoms of financial exploitation and fraud, and strategies for protecting assets. If you are interested in attending, you can call the Attleboro Council on Aging at 774-203-1900.
Are you one of the 30 million Americans who skip breakfast every day? We don't need to remind you that skipping breakfast can have a detrimental effect on your health. The Breakfast Place, located at 187 Pleasant Street, across from the Shell gas station, has been serving their customers meals made to order for over 30 years, using vegetables from local farms and cage-free eggs. Owner Casey Darconti opens the Breakfast Place every day from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for breakfast and lunch. And for those on the go, all meals are available for takeout.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I liked things to always be the same. Anything new or different would scare and upset me. I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. I didn't like looking people in the eye. It made me feel uncomfortable. I'd throw big tantrums over little things like when my socks didn't match. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over. Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
You can see signs of autism in children as young as 18 months. Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Waste Management performed an audit recently to help reduce the levels of contamination within Attleboro's recyclables. Join AACS this week as we showcase Attleboro Recycling Audit and become familiarized with the inner workings of our recycling program, as well as the do's and don'ts when dealing with your trash. You can watch this program and all of our quality programs from around the area in high definition on the AACS Roku channel.
And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium having some issues with my mic or my headphone. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, hello everyone.
Is this right?
Yeah, you're fine. You're doing okay.
No, I got it now. I couldn't hear from the left speaker. So I am so excited to be back. We're back, and the beginning. Can you believe it's 2019?
I can. I'm excited.
Happy New Year.
New Year, New You.
Anybody waiting? Okay, so let's
go.
Let's do calls. Hello, this is Stephen. Hello, this is Stephen.
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
Oh my goodness. Hi, Stephen. This is Trisha. Also known as Gretchen Sweeney.
Trisha, what did you say? You're Trisha of...
It's Trisha, but I'm also known as Gretchen Sweeney on the Facebook.
Oh, so Trisha, I'm so glad that we get to talk. How are you?
Thank you. I am so glad to. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Oh, no. Should I should reference you as Trisha, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Trisha, don't be nervous. Just sit back and let's just see what happens here. So, Trisha, let me just start. I love when I start with animals, which I love people, but I love when I start with animals. So there's a dog here. So did you grow up with dogs?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Did you grow up with dogs? There's a dog
No, sir. No, sir, I did not.
Well, Gretchen, let me tell you that there's a dog here, so it's going to be somehow connected to you, maybe a sibling, a friend, but it's a large dog, almost like a shepherd, but in spirit. So does someone you know have or had a big dog that someone's very close to you, or maybe
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
My sister had a Rottweiler.
Okay, perfect. So, but this Rottweiler is in spirit?
Okay.
Is it the Rottweiler cross dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, he did.
So Trisha, just know that the it looked like I knew it was a big size. It looked like a shepherd to me. But your sister, just keep the B name. When animals come through, they give me letters. So the letters are either their names or nickname or somebody sometimes even connected to the house. I know it sounds a little weird, but like if there was a person in the house named with a B name, but the dog keeps giving me, if this is your sister's dog, keeps giving me the B name, like Bob, Bill, maybe. Go ahead.
Bob. Well, Bob is my father's name that they called him. Other people had called him Bob. But I don't know how it would be related to the dog.
Well, your dad is crossed?
Yes, sir, he is.
Okay, so, well, it would be very related to the dog because it's your sister. It was your sister's dog, and this is Dad, right? So, Dad... go ahead.
Yes, my dad's... How do I explain it? My sister's dog's name did not begin with a B.
No. That's fine. Just sit back and just take the ride with me, Trisha. So I know sometimes, if
sorry.
No, that's okay. If it's the first time or there's a lot going on. So let me just explain it quickly. How this works is that Spirit wants to give either their names or a characteristic of something about them to let me know who's stepping forward. So I will tell you something. Your sister's dog, the Rottweiler, stepped forward first. Your sister's dog also brought through your dad, Bob. I know it sounds a little crazy, like the dog brought back through your dad, but he did. The dog actually said like a B name, and that's why I said like Bob, and so your dad's stepping forward. So your dad is a very funny man because he just said to me it's appropriate that the dog brought me through. So he's very funny. Your dad has got a very good sense of humor. He must have had a very good sense of humor here in the physical world. So, but it's just so excited, and you must have asked for him to come through because he said he heard you.
Yes. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Stephen.
So
yes,
Trisha, know that in your head or verbally, when you were calling or thinking about calling and saying, Dad, please come through. I want you to come through. Know that he heard you. He's right next to you. He's standing next to you, and so is the dog. This Rottweiler is crazy. This Rottweiler is like guiding and protecting the entire family. So it's kind of wild. Even though you didn't have a dog, your sister did. You got to make sure you tell your sister that this dog is here too. That came through. So And the dog, it's interesting. The dog says one, like one. So I don't know if like when they had the dog, it was just one dog, or your sister now has another one dog. But the dog just keeps giving me one, so I don't. I'm just gonna leave that with you. So keep that with you. Where's Don David? Where's the D come in? Dan. There's your father is telling me there's a D name, and it could be either living or it could be crossed. Tricia,
Well, let's see. The D name is my my mother's maiden name, her last name.
Perfect. So, is Mom here?
Oh, yes, she's here with me. Mm-hmm.
I asked that because when I ask in spirit and I hear nothing, it just means that they're still living. So, yeah, I mean, I always ask for names, and I can't explain it, Tricia, how or why sometimes spirit gives first names, middle names, maiden names. It's just your dad giving a reference. They were still married?
No, they were divorced.
But was it? Your father makes me feel like he was still there with her. Was it like? I don't know. Was it like a very friendly? Like were they?
Yes. Oh, it was amicable. Yes, okay. They still visited each other. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what your father's. Well, he made me feel like he was still with her. So it's also just a way to let you know that he's still watching her. Tricia, where did the snow globes come in?
Oh my goodness, the snow globes. I'm trying to remember.
Your father just showed me a snow globe and just keeps turning it, and I know it's a snow globe. So a lot of times when they'll bring me something like that, it's just something was passed down, something was purchased for somebody. But there's your father's just looking at you like, I can't believe you don't know the snow globe. So Tricia, I love how you say it right there. I love that. You even said it to him. You didn't even say it to me. You were like, Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't get it. Just know that there's something with the snow globe. Is it just two girls, two kids? Well, your father says two.
Yes, they're my babies, my two girls.
Oh, perfect. So know that your dad's just making sure that he's giving a validation to his granddaughters also.
Yeah.
So where does the snow thing? Did your daughters, I don't know, have something for Christmas that was like a snow globe? What did your father's?
Well, we have snow globe. We have a snow globe, on the tree ornament. I guess I'll have to go back on the tree, Stephen, and look to see where the snow globe is.
Listen,
why would you think that?
if I always tell people that they bring up the most random things, and if you actually, I've never seen a snow globe ornament. So an ornament that you tip it over and like it's like a snow globe.
Well, it doesn't tip over, but, I mean, we have an ornament that looks like a snow globe, but you don't tip it over. So he's saying it's an actual snow globe?
No, Tricia. It's just a way that think back when you were putting the tree up and you were hanging that ornament, it's just a way that Dad's saying he was right there. He's standing there.
My goodness.
He knows about it.
Stephen, I have to interrupt you. My daughter just told me we do have a snow globe. We do? Yes, it's on the mantle.
Have you been drinking?
Tricia,
yeah.
No, Tricia, you need help.
I'm very new at this. Thank you, babe. So, yes, we do. Okay, so I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can you repeat the last thing you said?
I just said that you need help. That's the last thing I said, Tricia. No, I'm
Stay
kidding.
off the spice eggnog. The holidays are over.
Tricia, just kidding. I love everything that happens and everything that I say and how this happened with we could hear your daughter in the background. This is all a way that your father is eliciting this. He wants to make sure that I can hear my granddaughter's voice on the radio. That's what this is all about. He just wants your two girls to know that Grandpa is still here, hasn't gone anywhere, and he's with them. So Papa's here, and just know that it's just a way to let you know that. And what they'll do in this case, your father's bringing something up. I mean, I know snow globes, people have them, but it's just a way to say, I know it's in the house, and it's just also a way to say, I'm here with you. Like I'm with you. There's also horses, Tricia. What's the horses?
Horses. Oh, goodness.
Put your daughter on. Put your daughter on. No, I'm kidding. Tricia.
Maddie! Okay, do we have a horse some emblem of a horse?
Tricia, I love you. So let me just tell you something, Tricia, with horses. One of two things. When Spirit gives me horses, it's either something connected to like a physical horse, like someone loves horses or horseback riding or has a horse, or I don't know why this is, or someone loved gambling, loves scratch tickets or something. You don't know. It's either one or the other.
The latter.
So who was that?
The latter.
Is it you? Who loves the scratch tickets or gambling?
My husband.
Oh, so and Jim, George, John. Where's the GJ name?
Not a J.
G or J name. I don't see letters.
Sounding.
So I always hear the sound of a letter, and I hear it sounds like George. Georgia. George. Why do I keep getting George?
Well, okay, there's a George in my family, Stephen. My uncle, his name is George.
Okay, he's still here?
Oh yes, sir, he is.
Okay, so it's just a little validation for Uncle George. That's what this is all about and how it works. So, but I'll tell you, Tricia, you're because I gotta go to a break. But your father keeps telling me, where does the writing come in?
The writing?
The writing, yeah.
That's me. I journal a lot.
Oh, so know that it's a way that he said, before you hang up with her, you've got to tell my daughter about the writing because she'll understand. So just know it's a way that it's very therapeutic, Tricia, and when you're journaling, just know that your dad is sitting right next to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And how much he loves you and protects the family, and I'm going to leave you with a lot of love, Tricia.
Thank you, sir.
All right, listen, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll be back.
On January 10th at 4:30 p.m. at the Attleboro Library, Gabriela Vieira of Webster Bank will present a workshop titled Preventing Elder Financial Abuse. The incidence of financial exploitation of elders and vulnerable adults is growing nationally. Fraudulent telemarketing schemes and scam artists increasingly target elders, resulting in significant financial losses. This workshop will provide an overview of the signs and symptoms of financial exploitation and fraud, and strategies for protecting assets. If you are interested in attending, you can call the Attleboro Council on Aging at 774-203-1900.
The following is made possible by Dad.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling all over it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
Why do you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
And kids that spend more time with their dads grow up to be smarter, more successful.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding.
And, with any luck, funnier adults.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he didn't have any body to go with.
Dad jokes rule. So take a moment to make a moment and give your kid a laugh. It's as easy as going to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
Are you looking for more opportunity? The Literacy Center is here to help. We have free year-round classes in English, computer literacy, and high school equivalency. With the help of teachers and tutors, you can prepare for your citizenship test, make a resume, get ready for college, or learn how to speak better English. Classes held during the day, evening, or on Saturdays. View our website, theliteracycenter.com, or call 508-226-3603. The Literacy Center, building a better community.
And welcome back to Through the Static. Trisha was hilarious. That woman was so funny. I love doing that reading. And Mariana, you having a good time?
Yes.
Good. I'm so glad that she's here. And quickly before I take the next reading, I'm in Worcester Probate Court. If people that don't know, I'm an attorney, and I was.
Who wouldn't know that you're an attorney? You're Stephen the Medium attorney.
Well, someone could be new. And I have to give a big shout out to Sonia. Sonia was taking a fit that I gave shout outs to somebody else, and I told her right at the beginning of the show I would. So if Sonia maybe hung up and stopped listening and said, he's not giving me a shout out. So Sonia, I'm going to test her. And of course, Jeannie, the sisters who I love, Jeannie and Teresa. I saw Jeannie today at the counter. And it's always nice to see them. And I love Worcester. I always love Worcester. So, all right, next call. Hello, this is Stephen. Hello, this is Stephen.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
This is Victoria Barce.
Victoria, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really nervous and excited all at once.
Oh, Victoria, don't be nervous. Did you see what happened with Trisha? The call before, nervous, not good. No, I love Trisha. That was a great reading.
That was amazing.
It was a great reading.
Let's just make Victoria, you're sober, right? You're not drinking?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we should all be drinking. This would go much better. So, yes, Spirit doesn't like when I drink and try to do readings. It doesn't work that way. So, okay. So let me get back to you, Victoria.
Okay.
So where am I starting with you, Victoria? Victoria, I'm seeing something that I'm going to start with before I tell you who's stepping forward. And so it's one of two things. So let me ask you first, are you from a big family? When I say big family, I see numbers right now. When I see numbers, it's either usually one of two things. It's either someone's from a big family, or they're trying to give a reference to somebody who works in like finance or accounting or something to do with numbers or cash. It's either one or the other.
My dad was a real estate agent.
Okay, and your dad is crossed.
Yes.
Okay, so just know. That's interesting. I've never had that for real estate, but I guess, you're dealing with numbers all the time. Well, yeah, of course you are, because when a real estate agent, you're going back and forth, right, with offers, and, so it's always numbers. So your dad's cool. He gave me something that I didn't realize where I was going with. Just know that Dad is letting you know that he's here and stepping forward. But, Victoria, there's also there's a mom figure here stepping forward in spirit. Is your mom living?
Yeah, my mom's alive.
So it's either a mother-in-law or a grandma. So it's either one or the other that is stepping forward. And where does the C name come in? Like Karen or Christian or Kim? Why do I keep getting C or K name for you? Either
C or K.
Either living or crossed. And it could be last name. It could be middle name sometimes. But no, it's kind of pulling me to a K name. Like, sometimes someone's like a Karen spells their name with a K or a last name K. But just keep it with you, Victoria, if it doesn't come. Your dad's saying it's not coming from him though. So Victoria, this is coming from like a friend. There's a friend connection. There's a mom stepping forward that a friend of yours lost the mom, and there's a C or K connection. So like I don't know if that was her name or a friend's name. She's just taking this opportunity to jump in and just wants to give a validation. So when you think about the C or K name, so Dad's back, okay. And was it a mother-in-law that died, or is it a crossed, or is it grandma?
Well, I have a grandma that's passed over and a mother-in-law.
Oh, so you have a mother-in-law also?
Yes.
Okay.
That's mother-in-law.
Okay. And they don't. It's funny. They don't give me the X's. They just come through as a mother figure. That's why I asked if there was also. It felt like it was both a grandmother and mother-in-law. So just letting you know that they're stepping forward. Where's the Cancer come in?
I don't know.
Someone just told me that they either crossed from Cancer. There was Cancer. I keep hearing Cancer. It also could be your friend's mom who's talking about that too. So I can't tell, Victoria. But just if it doesn't jump out at you with your family, then maybe it is the. They're telling me this. You don't have a Karen connection?
Not that I'm aware of. I would really have to ponder on it and think about it. Just
Karen is
I
really
don't
strong. The name Karen is really strong right now. So just, Victoria, just keep it with you. So let me just get back to Dad. So your father keeps showing me water. Water. Just water. But it makes me also feel like it's in the house. It's someone stepping in like a basement, or and there's no essence of time, Victoria, and when I do these readings, so it could be something that happened many years ago, or something that just happened currently. There was not somebody connected to you that had an issue with water, like pipes burst, or there was a leak, or there's someone's having issues with a lot of rain that's going in their basement. Your father wants to validate it.
I no, not that I'm aware of.
Dad says you do. So I'm just the messenger here, Victoria. So Dad's telling me you do. And I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is family, if this is friends. And it could be a while back. I'm not really sure. There's also an A street, an A name street, like Ames Street, Anderson Street. Your father keeps giving me the A Street. So there's an A.
There was a street named after my father, Victor Barce, but not A.
That's interesting. He actually had a street named after him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Barce Lane. It was called Barce Lane.
Well, putting that, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, why he's talking about a street. But there's also an A street. I don't know, is this street near the A street, off the A street? All I know is that it's not surprising your father wants to get to, because that's huge, a street named after him. But there's an unless he's saying A street. Maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe it's not the letter A, but it's a street that he wants to give. I don't know. But all I know is that that's a cool thing that he wants to give as a validation. Victoria, there's also Jim, James, John. Where's the J come in for you?
I have a son, Jason, and an ex-husband, James. But,
that would be why all the GJ names are coming. It's a way that Dad is giving a reference to Jason. You have 2 kids?
I have 3, but yes, one of them's Jason.
You're sure you weren't drinking, right, Victoria?
I swear to goodness.
So I'm kidding. Wait, you have 3?
I have 3 kids.
Okay.
And one of them's Jason.
Oh no, I got that, but are they 2 boys, 2 girls? Why did your father separate them with 2?
Well, I have 2 grandsons.
Oh, okay, so that's what it is. He just told me 2 kids. So if it's 2 grandsons, is that it? The grandkids?
Yeah.
Okay. Just know it's Victoria. This is all about your dad. Just letting you know that he is watching and knows what's going on. He is screaming in my ear about the water issue and saying, "How is she not bringing this? How is she not getting the water issue?" I'm Victoria. Your father has.
Grandma.
What was that?
My grandma was on a lake. I went to lake.
No, this is. I was just about to say, Victoria. I'm standing like on a floor, and there's water on my feet, and that's my symbol for there was something. There's water where water shouldn't be. So there's something your dad's giving that as a validation, and there's also something with the eye. Who's got the eye problem?
My dad did. He only had one eye. Well, he had both of his eyes, but he had cataracts in one, so he couldn't see out of one eye.
Just know that it's just a way that Dad's just letting you know. If you didn't know, it's actually him. So, and Victoria, your dad also shows me headsets. So, is there somebody connected with you that I don't know that is a musician or radio or? Your father keeps picking up the headsets and putting them on his head. Does someone do something like with music that's connected to you? And it could be any family member, it could be friends, but your dad says there's something with the media, with headsets.
We listen to a lot of YouTube and stuff with headsets on, but I don't have any musicians. My dad did play the guitar, electric guitar, when he was young.
So maybe that's what your dad's bringing as a validation that he did play. You listen to YouTube with headsets on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about doing that, but maybe it's just the way your dad. And your dad just said flowers, so there's a birthday anniversary right around. You got something right around connected to you.
Yes, my daughter's birthday's coming up.
When you say coming up, in January?
February.
No. Your father just yelled at me and said to ask her because he knew what you were saying was not what he was giving as a validation. There's something 2 weeks.
Dad's birthday.
When is his birthday?
My dad's birthday's in January, 27th.
That would be it. So no, Victoria, that dad was like, no. It's like, heck no. I want to get my validation for my birthday, even though he loves the family and just loves the fact that you just said it was your daughter's birthday in February. It's a great way for him to give it as a validation. And I've got to take a break, Victoria. I'm going to send you with all that love. And listen, you have a great night.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Victoria. Bye-bye.
On January 10th at 4:30 p.m. at the Attleboro Library, Gabriela Vieira of Webster Bank will present a workshop titled Preventing Elder Financial Abuse. The incidence of financial exploitation of elders and vulnerable adults is growing nationally. Fraudulent telemarketing schemes and scam artists increasingly target elders, resulting in significant financial losses. This workshop will provide an overview of the signs and symptoms of financial exploitation and fraud, and strategies for protecting assets. If you are interested in attending, you can call the Attleboro Council on Aging at 774-203-1900.
Hello, it's me, the designer jeans in your closet, the back of your closet. What am I doing here? Would you keep caviar in the back of your fridge with the ketchup and old milk? Yeah, I don't think so. So what happened to us? I mean, have you seen my label? I used to summer in the Hamptons, and now I'm stuck behind a pair of sweats. Sure, I never really fit you quite right, and one of my pockets is so small you can't even squeeze your hand into it. But it's all about the look. And I look good. I need to get back out on the scene so I can be seen. You know, going to fancy parties, getting expensive iced coffees, Sunday fun days, okay? So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create new jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
You sit down at your table, you get your card. 25 squares hold the key. Which one will it be? I-25, O72, or Lucky B13? Which one will be the square that makes you jump up and shout,
Bingo!
The Attleboro Elks Lodge 1014 hosts bingo each Sunday at 887 South Main Street. Open to the public, the kitchen opens at 5 p.m. with a variety of food available. Bingo starts at 6 p.m. Prizes are awarded and proceeds support Elks charities. For further details, you can visit attleboroelks.org or you can call 508-222-5502. Remember, Elks care, Elks share.
That you can hear the calls, though. Right? And welcome back to Through the Static. I'm in my own world, I guess. I'm just having a conversation, and the show's back. So let's go to the next caller. Hello, this is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, who's this?
My name is Eric. How are you?
This is Eric? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Eric, listen, I love when guys call. I never get guys calling. So, Eric, thank you for calling. This is wonderful. So let me tune in on where I'm going. Wow, there's a lot here, Eric. Eric, wow, I don't even know where to start with you. So Eric, someone just yelled out that there's a recent crossing.
Yeah, you could say that, yes.
Eric, when they tell me it's a recent crossing, recent to me is like within a year. Usually a year, 15 months, but no more than that. So do you understand that?
What is a crossing, though?
Someone that has passed.
Oh, yes, that is true, yes.
Okay, so just know, and where's is this the woman who passed?
I'm sorry?
Is the person who crossed or passed? I use crossed, Eric, because I don't like past, I don't like dead. Crossed to me is that because we just crossed into a different plane, and we're still here with us. But is it a female?
No, it's a male.
So this is interesting because there's also a female here, but she just said that she's a mother figure, so either mom or grandmother. So is your mom still here?
Yes, my mom is still here.
Okay, so it's got to be is this your dad that crossed?
No, it's a grandfather.
Okay, well, it's interesting, Eric. They tell me mom or dad. A figure. So it's either mom or grandmother. That's how it works because technically grandpa is still a father figure. So just letting you know that he's stepping forward. Where does the teaching come in, Eric? Who teaches something?
When it comes to them or somebody else?
Anybody connected to you?
Yes, I have a godfather.
Who's a teacher?
Spiritual religion. Yes, he's a teacher.
Wow. So, but he's still here.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so grandfather just gave that as a validation, in just giving a big thumbs up of what he does, and I can just, it's really wild, Eric. I don't know if this has ever happened, and I just heard your grandfather just let you know that Spirit here is just so proud of what he does in his teachings because he's very powerful in what I don't know exactly what he does, but if it's in the spirit realm, they're just giving a big shout out. So, and so you said your dad is here, correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Eric, your grandfather, he just keeps bringing me to you, like almost feeling like were you very connected to him, or do you talk to him, like since he's crossed?
I used to talk to him a lot, but since I have my own spiritual practices and I brought in my mom and my own family, and we've helped him cross over in a healthy way.
Wow, that's wonderful. He says 5. When I get a number, it's either 5 kids or the month of May or the 5th of a month. There's something, your grandfather keeps pointing 5 fingers up. There's something connected to 5, the number 5.
Oh my, I can't remember when he passed, but it was around, I think it was around the month of May, so it's possible, yeah.
So if it was May, Eric, so it's just giving as a validation when he did cross. If not, then there's something else connected to 5. Your grandfather also keeps talking about the universe. So I don't know if in teachings you talk a lot about the universe and what the universe does, but I just keep hearing your grandfather talk about the universe. And also, Anne, it's an A name he keeps giving me. Anne?
Oh, that's my mom's name.
Okay, is that Anne?
Yeah, her name is Alida, which starts with an A.
Okay, so just know, and so is this her? This is her dad?
Yeah.
Okay, so not surprising that he just wants to validate his daughter, Mama. So, and
yeah, she worked a lot for him after he passed away. They weren't very close, but after he passed away, she started pondering on what could have been, and she helped him cross in a healthy way.
Wow.
With the spiritual practice. She coped with it a lot better than she would have had if she hadn't started the spiritual practice.
I love this. I keep seeing a cross near my chest. I don't know what this is. There's a cross. There's a cross, and it's like right. I don't know if it's like a necklace hanging on somebody, or somebody put a cross near somebody. But there's your grandfather keeps talking about or there's a cross on somebody, like a tattoo cross. But there's something your grandfather connects with a cross.
That is interesting. I'll have to ponder on that one.
Okay, just keep it.
But we do use the cross for a lot of things, so there's a lot of possibilities.
But he's making me feel like the cross is being used in something, Eric. Like someone's holding the cross, and with holding it, there's movement with it. Like, I don't know if this is like a spiritual thing or a prayer, or all I can tell you is that he keeps saying, I love your grandfather. He also said you're very like him. He just gave me my symbol for the blueprint of him is with you. So in whatever journey or path you're on, your grandfather just said you're on the path. But I don't know what the cross is. But it makes me feel like the cross is left in a place with somebody or differently. He didn't like when he crossed. He wasn't with the cross. Like nothing you remember with him.
I believe that when he left, he wasn't with it. But I believe that my mom has a small altar for him, and there is a cross over there.
Okay, so if that's what it is, it's very connected to him. So just know it's probably just a way to let you know that he knows about the altar and is just giving that as a validation. Eric, he also talks about a plane ride. Does someone just like travel somewhere, or someone?
Yes, my mom and I will be traveling next week.
Oh wow! So know that your grandfather just gave me the thumbs up, saying he's going to make sure that everything goes well and how he's going to protect you guys, and that's really what he does. He also just said,
it's amazing.
Tell my mom
for religious purposes.
He just said, tell your mom that he hears her praying and talking to him, and he loves it.
Oh, we'll tell her that. She's gonna love that.
Eric, he loves it. He loves it so much. He loves hearing her because he just said, Stephen, it makes me feel like I'm still here, and it also for my daughter, it makes me feel like she's still here. There's 2 kids somewhere. Where's the 2 kids?
Well, he has. Oh my God. Well, he had a couple of children.
No, but he tells me that. Does he have 2 children?
Oh no, he had more than that.
No. He keeps telling me there's 2 kids. 2 kids. Somebody connected to you, Eric, or someone in the family. Someone's got 2 children. I don't know if this is grandkids. Somebody has. He keeps saying two children. 2 children. So, was he from 2?
Well, no, he had a lot of
okay,
brothers, and he has a lot of grandchildren too.
No, he keeps giving me the validation of 2 kids, or you know what? He just sort of clarified 2 kids that are like there's an age gap between the 2 kids. There's like kids, and then there's a big age gap, and then there's more kids, or there's one child there's a big age gap somewhere, somehow somewhere in the family. Some connected that he wants.
Oh yeah. He had his last child, his last son, had a huge age gap between the rest of the kids he had.
Perfect. So know that it's just him giving these validations to say it's really me. Stephen wouldn't know that, so it's just a way, Eric, that he's letting you know. I got to tell you though, your grandfather just said how proud also he is of you and what you're doing, especially how you interact with your mother, with your family. He's just very, very proud of the man you've become. And your grandfather also just said, Eric, that in the past, I don't know, maybe past 5 years, 10 years, the stuff that you've learned is more than you've learned since you've been here.
Yes, in the last 5 years, I've learned so much.
Yeah, so know
amazingly.
Yeah, so know that it's a way that he's just giving that as a validation. Also, probably part of why he keeps saying how proud he is. And did someone just do something with like thumbprints? Why does he keep showing me his thumb? There's something with a thumb, or did someone have an issue with their thumb? He just keeps giving me like I see the thumb and I can see the actual. Like if you put your thumb in ink and then you put it on the paper, there's something to do with handprints or thumbprints that you're.
I believe it's because that I have one of my cousins. She's pregnant. She's probably giving birth soon.
I don't know how that connects to the print, the handprint.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just imagined the baby for some reason, and I was like, I wouldn't bear.
No, this is actually something that's already occurred. So there's some kind of print, someone's handprint. Maybe someone like put it hands in clay or did like a sketch of hands or a print, because he keeps showing me the thumb. So there's something. Just keep it with you, Eric. I am sure that it will come to you when we're off the air and you think about it, or you ask your mom. Maybe she's got like little prints of your hands, but there's something connected, and it's a way that he just wants to give that as a huge validation. But he wants to end this with so much love, and that he just said that he was the reason why you got through, because the lines are always tied up, but he said that he made sure that you got through because you needed to hear from him.
Thank you so much for
that. Eric, thank you for calling, and I just will leave you and send you with a lot of love, okay?
Lots of love to you too.
Oh, thank you, Eric. So we're done. I think we're really done, right? So we'll see you next week for Coach Elix, right, Coach Elix?
Yes.
StephenTheMedium.com is my website. To Mariana, who's here, say goodbye, Mariana.
Bye.
I'm so glad to have you with Consuelo Titieva, and we'll see you